So, Ravenpaw. Ravenpaw, Ravenpaw, Ravenpaw. Ravenpaw is actually one of the most popular characters in all of Warrior Cats. And why is that? Because he's cool. Okay, but seriously, I think it's probably because of how just relatable he is. He's very anxious. He's very anxious. I'm sorry. He's a very anxious character because of his mentor, Tiger Claw. But actually, it's not just because of Tiger Claw. In Blue Star's prophecy, he was given to Tiger Claw because Blue Star's like, yeah, Tiger Claw will probably make him less scared and anxious. Oh, Blue Star, how wrong you were. I love you, girly. But then again, if Sunstar was still leader, he probably would have also picked Tiger Claw as Ravenpaw's mentor because no one suspected Tiger Claw, of all cats, to be evil. So Ravenpaw witnesses Tiger Claw murder Redtail, the ThunderClan deputy, and yeah, that totally helped his anxiety. Yeah, that made him so not terrified of everything happening. Great. Amazing. And he doesn't ever say anything until Tiger Claw is already deputy. And it's just like, sir, come on. You waited this long? Like, okay, yes, it makes sense. Like, he's like, oh no, Tiger Claw's gonna come get me. But, Ravenpaw, buddy, you couldn't tell anyone? He was perfectly fine giving the actual events of the battle at the well, not actual events, but mostly accurate events. He wasn't lying about the events, he just forgot some details, as we find out later. But you were perfectly fine doing that, but you weren't like, Firepaw, Tiger Claw's a murderer! He kills people! Tiger Claw starts spreading rumors that Ravenpaw is actually super evil, and so cats are suspecting him, and that he has to literally go off to Barley's barn because of the suspiciousness around him. Barley and Ravenpaw are a very popular ship, and one of the reasons people don't like it is because of the age gap. Now, here's why the age gap argument, for them specifically, anyway, doesn't make any sense. First of all, Ravenpaw is at the very least, keep in mind, very least, minimum, 9 moons old when he joins the barn. How do we know this? Is the minimum, I feel like I have to emphasize that, or people are going to be like, well, he was still a minor in my comment section. I'm going to have like, minimum. We know this because there's a 1 moon time skip during the beginning of Into the Wild, and this is after Tiger Claw already says, after 2 moons of training, a kitty pet upstaged you. Basically, to Ravenpaw, that's 3 moons. And I don't think Blue Star is making Fireheart a warrior at the age of 7 moons old. So, if we want to even be like, oh, maybe he was just like 10 moons old. Well, would you look at that? Ravenpaw's an adult. Boom. And you don't have to, like, see them as shippy Ravenpaw and Barley. You can still say it's weird or whatever, but, like, just because you don't agree with something doesn't mean it's pedophilia. Sorry, I can't say the real words because YouTube. Also, can I just mention one of the writers, I forget which one it was, literally said that she sees them as an old married couple. So, like, that means it's canon. Now, you can say what you want about, oh, if it doesn't happen in the books, it's not canon, but also, the publishers don't allow warriors to have LGBT representation, so in this case, it's not in the books. But it might as well be. Anyways, moving on. Why is Ravenpaw so popular? Because he's a first arc character is one of the reasons. Because he's a first arc character, the first arc characters are always the most popular because they're familiar. And when most people want to reread the series, where are they going to start? The first arc. Unless you're me. You don't start anywhere. You start in the middle of arcs with your favorite books. I don't know why, that's just how I am. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. But anyway, another reason he's popular is because, well, he has a very tragic backstory of being traumatized by his mentor, so, yeah. He's also actually a lot more helpful than people remember. Some people are like, oh, he's only anxious, he doesn't do anything to contribute to the plot after the first book. However, he's the one who helped find Cloudpaw after he got stolen by Two Legs. He helped in the Blood Clan battle, I believe. Or was that just Barley? I know Barley was there. Ravenpaw and Barley hosted the Wind Clan cats at their barn, which, again, that was second book, so people are probably like, well, it was only the second book. After that, he's not relevant. During the second arc, he's the one who tells Brambleclaw that the Sundrawn place is real. So yeah, that's the second arc. And after the second arc, well, he can't really be seen because he's at the barn with Barley. And yes, Ravenpaw doesn't really contribute much to the main plot after that. But she doesn't have to contribute to the main plot to be a likable character. God. This is the side character hatred. My goodness. But y'all probably think Daisy's useless, too. You know who you are, and I don't like you. I don't like you very much at all, actually. Ravenpaw and Barley really don't contribute to the main plot. Even if we're talking about the whole taking in of Violet's kits and bringing them to SkyClan, Because Bella Leaf doesn't do shit. Neither does the other one who I forgot the name of. Curly Paw's love interest. That thing. I don't know what he is. But he wasn't important. And since neither of them contributed to the plot, then that means that side quest was not contributing to the plot. And that's just how I'm looking at it. I'm not saying that that's a problem, I'm just saying. But anyways, that is all I have for today. This has actually been a longer video than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like 3 minutes. I went on a bit of a ramble. Summary, Ravenpaw is a likable character, he's a good character, and if you came here because you wanted a recap on his life, there, you got one. Everyone is happy. Good day.